Hi, I'm Hannah Halley, and welcome back to the Business Book Club, where we take the biggest ideas in business and personal development and break them down into bite-sized, actionable insights you can apply right away. Today's episode is all about freedom, time freedom, financial freedom, and lifestyle freedom. We're diving into Tim Ferriss's game-changing book, The 4-Hour Workweek. Now, the title might sound a little unrealistic. 4 hours? Really? But this book isn't about working less just for the sake of it. It's about working smarter, designing a life that works for you, and escaping what Ferriss calls the deferred life plan. That idea that you work until you're 65 and only then start living. Ferriss challenges that mindset completely. He says success isn't about how much you earn. It's about how much control you have over your time. Let's break it down into 5 key takeaways. Ferriss introduces the idea of the new rich. These are people who value freedom and experiences over possessions. Instead of waiting for retirement, they build mini retirements into their life right now, taking time out to travel, create, and live intentionally. He argues that money alone doesn't make you rich. Having time to do what you love, when and where you want, does. It's a simple but powerful mindset shift. Stop asking, how can I earn more? And start asking, how can I live more? The book's framework is built around 4 key principles. 1. Define. Get crystal clear on what you actually want from life. Most people chase vague goals like success or security without ever defining what that looks like. 2. Eliminate. Cut out the noise. Ferriss calls this the 80-20 rule. 80% of results come from 20% of your actions. Focus on what truly moves the needle and ditch the rest. 3. Automate. Use systems, outsourcing, and technology to reduce repetitive work. Ferriss popularized the idea of hiring virtual assistants long before it became mainstream, freeing up your time for high-value tasks. 4. Liberate. The final step is freedom of location and schedule. With remote work now the norm, this feels more relevant than ever. Work doesn't have to be tied to an office. It's about outcomes, not hours. Ferriss argues that waiting until 65 to start living is one of the biggest mistakes we make. Instead, he suggests taking mini retirements throughout life, extended breaks where you travel, learn new skills, or simply rest and reset. This isn't about irresponsibility, it's about sustainability. Working endlessly without pause is how burnout happens. Taking deliberate breaks helps you reconnect with why you're working in the first place. A great real-world example of this is entrepreneurs who now take creative sabbaticals. 6 weeks off every few years to reflect, write, or travel. They often return sharper, clearer, and more productive than ever. One of Ferriss's most practical lessons is that we waste huge amounts of time doing things that don't matter. Before you try to become more efficient, ask, should I even be doing this at all? He shares how he cut 80% of his emails by setting strict boundaries, automating responses, and focusing only on core clients. In business terms, this means ruthlessly protecting your attention. The question isn't, how can I do more? It's, what can I stop doing entirely? Instead of goal setting, Ferriss introduces fear setting. Write down your biggest fears about taking a leap, starting a business, quitting your job, changing direction, and then list what you'd do if that fear came true. This exercise reframes fear as manageable, not paralyzing. Most of the time, the worst case scenario isn't that bad, and what you could gain by taking the risk is far greater. It's a brilliant mental shift, and one that separates dreamers from doers. The 4-hour workweek isn't really about working 4 hours. It's about designing your life around what matters most. It's about trading busyness for productivity, noise for focus, and obligation for freedom. So here's your question for today. If you could remove one thing from your week that doesn't serve you, what would it be? Maybe it's a meeting, a habit, or even a belief. Start there, and you'll be one step closer to the life Ferriss describes, one built with purpose, efficiency, and freedom. If you enjoyed this summary, subscribe to the Business Book Club for more insights like this, and share it with someone who needs to hear that it's okay to work less and live more. Until next time, keep learning, keep growing, and design your life intentionally.